So some quick notes on last night's tasting of the vertical of 99 to 2004 Katnook Odyssey, and we started with the 94 really as a benchmark, and it's holding up remarkably well. I was a little trepidatious about it. I was expecting it to be possibly in its secondary stage of maturation and maybe showing a little bit of dusty ropiness, but there was none of that. Wine is still elevated and stylistically really impressive, and more importantly, it still had some more cellaring time in it, which was impressive. Turning to the vertical, which is probably of more interest to everybody, the wine which stood out surprisingly was the 2000 Odyssey. Normally as a vintage, if faced with that choice, I wouldn't opt for the 2000, because in many other instances I'm finding that particular vintage having aged quite significantly, and in many instances being really quite soft and evolved now. This one wasn't. It was showing amazing textural depth and ripeness of classic Katnook ripeness of fruit, but it was of the lineup the one that I would reach for the quickest the next time around. 99 on form, quite youthful still. Many times I reckon is a forgotten vintage, having been sandwiched between the 98 and the 2000, and in surprisingly good shape. 03 disappointing. The 02 was wonderful, beautiful velvet structured wine. Has a fair bit of time left in it still, and the one to watch, of course, is the 04, which I think is an exciting vintage all around, and that one still is showing its genes incredibly well, but needs time. I think that'll be the final prognosis on that. So at the end of the day, if you're faced with choosing between these various vintages, I'd actually grab the 2000 and the 2002. Just my 2 cents worth. Cheers.